Hey everyone, welcome back to the 7-Day Vinyl Intro Challenge. My name is David Bell, and today I will be reviewing the last two vinyl intros. Why two when it's on Saturday? Well, it's because this entire time I've been doing two per day instead of one per day. Yesterday I showed you guys Bliss Creek Bop by Ramones and Beggar's Banquet by the Rolling Stones. And today, well, for the first one, this one is sort of like a newer album. This came out in 2014 by a band called Temples. This is Shelter Song on Sun Structures. You came on over to me. We shared a drink or three. I read a prophet to you. She left her room with a view. Yeah, the record's a little warped, but I don't really mind it that much. How did I really find this album? Well, I first was reading an article in Rolling Stone magazine about a band called Sunflower Bean, which is behind me there. And I looked at their album on Bandcamp.com and I thought that was fantastic, so I ordered that album. Then I was looking at other artists by Fat Possum Records, and Temple showed up. So I listened to this opener, Shelter Song, and I fell in love. It is, I just thought, holy cow, this is like Pink Floyd meets the Monkees, or something like that, or like Pink Floyd meets the Beatles or something, and I just thought this was such a great album opener that I had to get it right away. I waited a little bit longer because there wasn't an order vinyl option on Bandcamp like Sunflower Beans was, so I had to get this on Amazon later for about 20 bucks, for 14 bucks or something like that. But yeah, this still remains as one of my favorite albums that I own, even though I got this more recently. And this still remains as one of my favorite vinyl intros of all time. Now this last album is sort of a calamity. I'm pretty sure I'm using that word wrong. But what's funny is, you know what, I'm just going to explain it while listening to this. This is Wings at the Speed of Sound, Let 'Em In. Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door, let 'em in. Ooh, yeah. Now, I gotta confess something to you guys. I'm not really sure if this is an original or not, because I first got this was one of those records that I first started listening to records with, and this was part of a bundle that my brother had that he let me have because, of course, he's not going to listen to them, and I believe he got them from grandparents, and this was part of the bundle, and this was sealed. It's not sealed anymore. It's actually been played many, many times. This is probably the most listened to record I have, and it's like one of those records that I use to test out record players. You know, this was the first record I really listened to on this player, and this is actually the only record that has been damaged by a record player. Now, that was actually in a blind fit of rage. I like flung the needle off of the record, like I was like really angry at something and I wanted to stop the record, so I flung the needle off of it and like came shooting back and it put a scratch in the record. It wasn't fatal, it was just a mark. The record still plays perfectly. And there was also a lot of fingerprints on it from when I didn't really know how to handle records, so there's a ton of fingerprints on it. But Let 'Em In is actually a fantastic opener to this. And I sort of listen to the doom 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 to like show if the record's like warped, which it's not. And I use it to test the belt on a record player to see if it's like stretched in a way that like the rotation isn't perfect, that it slows down sometimes, and it does that a little bit, but I just think that the center hole in the record and the spindle in the middle of it don't align correctly, like it's not aligned right. Like, see, the needle is moving around a lot on it. Could be a tracking force problem, I don't really know. But the record player is not perfect, and I used this album to test it out. So the reason why I chose Let 'Em In as part of it is, let me just let you guys look at that, is because I use it to sort of test the record player. This is like the testing record. And I say, the reason why I said before that I'm not really sure if this is an original is because the catalog number, which I will display on the screen, I looked it up. It's the same catalog number as the original. And because this was sealed with a bundle of records from my grandparents, I thought, is this an original but it's still sealed? Well, it was still sealed because whenever I first got it, I thought, oh, this is such good condition. This is probably a reissue. But now I'm not really so sure. I'll have to look deeper into it. Like, it says copyright 1976. So maybe I could be right, and this was an original that I greatly decreased the value of. Alright, so that was Shelter Song by Temples and Let 'Em In by Wings, and thus concludes the 7-day vinyl intro challenge. Thank you so much, Pam VA, for letting me do this. It was actually a lot of fun to do, choosing the records, and actually I got to talk about them. And I also got to show off my Crosley Cruiser and show what it can do. This is a great beginner's record player. Take it from me, David Bell, the only person who will defend Crosley Cruisers. Of course, this coming Christmas I'm going to be upgrading to an LP120 by Audio-Technica, and then I will probably bash this a lot more. But I'm not going to get rid of it. I am going to keep it, because I feel that this is a reliable record player for the price. A lot of people call it a toy, and to that I say it's a very good toy. I try to listen to it as little as possible. I usually just stick with the singles because at least then I can just get another copy of it. But records, I feel that records themselves are special because what's funny about used records that I enjoy, the reason why I buy used records most of the time, is because if you think about it, they tell an interesting story. They're like a piece of history. And in the future, somebody will find this record of Wings, this probably original copy of Wings at the Speed of Sound, that greatly decreased in quality thanks to me. I still need to look into it a lot more. And people will look into it like, wow, this wasn't opened until a certain time, and look at all the stuff that it's been through. And it's like, think of all the history this has been through. And so, I don't know, it just seems fascinating to me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching for this whole week of my 7-day vinyl intro challenge. I will not nominate anyone else. If you guys want to do it, do it. Just like post a video once a day of like each of your favorite vinyl intros. No repeat artists. Just favorite side one track ones. I do propose a new challenge though. Vinyl closers. Well, in my case it would probably be something like Out of the Blue by ELO. Wild West Hero. Great song, great closer for the album. Something like that. I propose a new challenge, vinyl closer challenge, but I'm not going to nominate anybody for that as well. You could do it at your own pace if you want to. Same with the vinyl intro challenge. I'm not going to nominate anyone. If you guys want to do it, do it. More power to you. But, yeah. That was my 7-day vinyl intro challenge. 14 vinyl intros, my favorites. Tell me guys what you think in the comment section below. If I did anything wrong, or if you want to criticize my record player, I'll probably just end up blocking you. But yeah, I hope you guys have had a nice week watching these videos, and I will talk to you guys later.